Hi and welcome to another free.volous episode. The lights are changing because the clouds are passing by and there's nothing I can do about it anyway. So today I'm going to talk about something different, as you may have seen from the title. Today I'm talking about period products that are a bit more sustainable than pads and tampons. Let me just preface by saying this is my personal experience and my opinions. This will never replace your own experience with the product, so I understand that you may be looking into these things and you want to look up opinions, but keep in mind each person is so different on the inside that their opinions will never replace your actual experience in trying on the products. I know most of these may seem like an investment, and they are. After a while, it becomes cheaper to have one of these products than buying pads and tampons monthly, but it comes off at a steep price when you start off, and not everybody can afford that. But my hope is that if a lot of people start using these products regularly and this becomes common, this becomes more affordable. Let's just hope for that. Anyway, let's talk about the first thing that I tried ever, which is the cup. I have one here. I've tried several throughout the years. I don't know which one is this. This is made of medical grade silicone. It stays in there like this. It collects all the blood. You pull it out, you throw the blood out, reinsert it, and yes, you keep on with your life. And it's really easy to keep sanitary and to clean and to all those things. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail regarding the maintenance and use of these products because each brand has their own indications and instructions, so I don't want to generalize too much. But these are really easy to wash. You just to sanitize. You put them in boiling water for a few minutes and they're good to go to start off your period, and then you rinse them between uses while you throw the blood out and all that. You empty them out and you're fine. It's fine. It's fine. I've used several of these because of several reasons. The most important one would be that I have a lot of pain. I have lots of cramps, and I feel that the way the cups are positioned inside of you, I don't know, for me they create, and because the material they're made of is a bit stiffer, I feel they're pressuring me from the inside, and in a way they create a bit more pain. That for me is a little bit hard to manage from the get-go. For the first few days it's really complicated for me, but anyway, and I feel these were adding to that. But before that I tried to use several because each brand has their own slight adjustments to the shape, to the material. They have different sizes, so you can go through several until you find the one that fits for you. And that's what happens to most people. Most people just try one and it's fine for them. I'm sort of an exception. And I also found, by comparison with the next product that I'm going to talk to you about, I always found these were a bit more fiddly to take out and clean out and put back on, you know, on the daily, on the regular. These are a bit more fiddly than the product that I'm going to mention next, and that wasn't my favorite thing. The other thing is, but that is something that happens to me, I have a very heavy flow, and although I empty out the cup more often than most people, I still have some leakage. And I thought it was from the size or the shape of the cup, but I've tried different ones and I always get that. So I made my peace with that. I just have to wear something to accommodate for that situation, at least for the first few days. So that's it. But yeah, I really enjoyed the cup. I found it not to be the most comfortable insertion product that I found, because later in life, about 2 or 3 years ago, I came across this. This is by Intimina. This is the case. The brand is Intimina and it's called the Ziggy Cup, and it's a menstrual disc. You may probably have heard of it a lot. I had never heard about it, so I was really interested. This is inserted in a different way. It locks in a different way, and the material is far softer than the cups that I've tried. and I fell in love with this. I still have some seepage, and this is a bit easier to move out of place when you walk or you change your stance in a way, than the cup, so bear that in mind. But I find it leaps and bounds more comfortable for my pain and cramps and all that. This is far more comfortable, and it still collects, and it's far easier to pull out, to empty out and pop back in than the cup. So if you fiddle with a cup, maybe a disc is an option for you. And this is the one that I stuck to as my main collection sort of a product. But then I had to look for a substitute for pads. And the first thing I tried were these. These are fabric pads, and I didn't like them, to be honest. This may be the only product that I only tried one of, but this is from a Portuguese brand, but I think these all are very similar unless technology has changed a lot. And my main thing with these is that they are bulky AF, and because of that, it feels like they're weighing down my panties, and they're not locked and snugged against my body where they should be to prevent anything from escaping, you know? So I wasn't too satisfied, and the locking system they have here, this doesn't keep them in place. They slide along the panties like, and so many people love them. Power to you. I tried them, not the biggest fan. So I went to try menstrual or period panties. Funny story about it. I really wanted to try them. I had my mindset on it, and then I hadn't made a lot of research regarding brands and sellers and all that stuff. And I was watching a video on Instagram by Ruth Crilly, a model recommends, love her. And she is a UK-based influencer, YouTuber, blogger, whatever you want to call her. She's a fantastic person. She's really funny, and I really rate her opinion. And she was raving about Thinx period underwear. And I thought, well, if this UK-based blogger is talking about Thinx underwear, it's because Thinx is one of those brands that is European-based or around Europe, you know, customs free. And so I went into the website and everything showed up in euros. So yeah, sure, confirmation. I placed my order. Before I got my stuff, I got a pretty email from customs saying, no. Well, girl, now you have to pay customs fees. And by Lord, they're pretty pricey to start off with. I bought a pack of 7 that was on discount at the time, but to get the full different experiences in the full set, I bought a pack of 7, and then with the customs, sweethearts, I have never spent this much money on underwear, ever. I'm not a La Perla kind of person, so this was an experience for me. Anyway, my boo-boo, I own it. I made a mistake. I should have looked it up and tried to realize where this was shipping from. In the meantime, I realized that ASOS sells Thinx and also sells another brand of period underwear, so it's a good thing for you to look up. The thing is, they don't have the full range, and Thinx has amazing, interesting models in their website. I haven't bought anything else from them because they're super expensive, and as I said, they come from the US, so for me it's done. What have I bought? So I got 2 pairs of these shorts. These are made to wear during the nighttime, and these are super comfortable and my favorite pieces from the collection, from the pieces that I bought, not the collection. They have a workout collection that looks bomb, especially the shorts. Anyway, I bought 3 pairs of normal undies, and please ignore the stained black. I'll talk about it soon. But yes, 3 pairs of these regular undies for heavy flow. And then I bought 2 pairs of regular medium flow, I'd say, panties. They have these in black also, but I decided to have grey to differ, to tell them apart from the heavy flow ones. Now, I love these. These absorb what they have to absorb. I don't know how they work on their own because, as I said, I use them as a complement for this. I wouldn't know if they work for a full day of just wearing them, but I have a very heavy flow. I wouldn't do that. You can have several in your bag and keep changing them, but that doesn't sound practical for me. They always work for me as a complement to the cups. I'm sorry. But if you use them in another way, let me know in the comments below. Also, share if you know of brands that sell around the world, and especially here in Europe, in the comments below so that we have a mini encyclopedia. Just let us know which brand it is, maybe the website, and where they ship from so that we don't make the mistake that I did. Anyway, as I was saying, what was I saying? So, oh, yes, I would say if you have enough panties to change throughout the day, you'll be fine, but that's a huge investment. My favorites, as I said, are these, the shorts. These are super comfortable, the fabric is amazing. The panties in themselves, and all of them, because the shorts basically have a panty insert inside, and the fabric, the main cotton fabric, is super comfortable, and the panty lining is not too thick, so it doesn't feel bulky, and the fabric really holds and hugs your body and stays put where you want it to be without being too aggressive, except, and here's my complaint with these products. So I love them, I use them whenever I have my period, they work perfectly for me. My complaint, the goddamn elastic waistband. This is, when you're trying to find out what your size will be, they will ask you for your hip measurement. And that's fine, because these will hug you in the hip. But they finish a bit above the hip, right? And they don't ask for that measurement from you. So I have a belly. My belly is a bit floppy, and my belly just isn't accounted for in the measurements that they suggest, or in the size that they suggest for my hip measurement. So they are counting on the fact that your hip is here, and that your belly or top hip will be a lot more onto the inside. And I'm a bit more squared. And also I have a belly, so it makes a little bit of a pouch, and it makes the elastic fold and hit me in the wrong places. It feels like it's cutting me. It's not cutting like a knife. Na, 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 na. But still, it's not the most comfortable thing. And it keeps reminding me that I have to do more abs. Thank you. I wish they had accounted for bellies instead of just hips on the suggested measurements. Nothing against the hips. They're really important for the sizing, but bellies should count too. That, and another thing, if you buy these, don't be completely freaked out. I was. When you rinse them, you're supposed to rinse them before you wash them, before you wear them. And you rinse them because they are saturated in dye, and that will take many rinses to just get rid of. And it's really tiresome. I rinsed them as much as I could, and they were, I thought, fine, and I put them in the washer, and they stained the grey panties. These are expensive. That's why I'm stating the little hiccups that I had with these products, because these are really expensive. So I would love for this not to be an elastic, for this to be fabric to protect your skin from that cutting into, and I would love for the product to be not dyed in something that really comes off. And as you may see, this is a bit not stained, because it's becoming whiter, because the dye fades, especially if you dry these in the sun, which I really like to do. But they don't look their best. Let me just say that. They should look better, especially these. The heavy flow black ones are the ones that look the worst. The other ones are pretty fine. Yeah, They're all fine except for the black ones. But anyway, like anything in life, if it's a different thing for you, you'll have to get used to it. Are you willing to get used to it? That's your call. So yeah, these were my experiences with these products. Just to make it shorter, I use period underwear as a complement to my little disc, and I'm pretty satisfied and chuffed with it. I really want to try more products, so let us know in the comments below which were your experiences with this kind of products, if you've ever tried them. If you have any doubts, let me know. I may be able to help you. I'll try my best. Again, pop them in the comments below. If you want to interact with me more often, I'm far more active on Instagram. And as usual, if you would like, please consider subscribing. That would be amazing. And as usual, thank you for spending your time on me, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye!